Ahoy! It's Alicia from Time to Travel, and I am back on board Avalon Alegria. I was actually on this ship a few months ago, and I wanted to do another tour for you because last time I didn't have the right camera with me. Here we are on the Douro River in Porto, in Portugal, and coming down the gangway, we embark onto the sky deck. They do have the net over the swimming pool. They do treat it at the end of each voyage, so you weren't allowed to swim in it on this first day. But don't worry, we made up for it. The weather was absolutely stunning. The entire week we sailed up and back down the river. If you do enjoy our videos, please give us a like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. It tells YouTube that you like our stuff so more people can see it. We come in here at the main reception, and this is where you will do your check-in. So we arrived via a coach provided by Avalon. They'll bring your bags on and you do your very quick check-in there if your cabin is ready. It was great to see some of our friends from previous sailings as well as see the same staff again. Now this is the panorama lounge and the most important place in here, not only the bar but also the coffee machine. They also serve a light lunch and a light dinner here. So if you don't feel like sitting down for a full meal, you can just get some light bites, try a few of the different dishes there, and it is more than enough for a good meal. On embarkation day, it's exactly what you really feel like because some people have traveled a long way to get here. And by the time you do get on the ship, you can board the ship relatively early and the other passengers getting off the ship can stay until around 3 in the afternoon. So it's kind of odd that you do share the ship with the past sailings passengers, but it's not disruptive at all. This is one of my favorite places, especially when you're sailing, to be right at the front of the ship. You can see the weather has turned a little overcast. This was actually the final day on board the ship, but the week we were on it, the weather was spectacular. I love having my morning coffee out here. This swinging chair is just so serene. You definitely fall asleep in there. I did a couple of times this week. There has been a change since the last video. The ship doesn't have to relocate to the other side of the river. They are now able to stay here the entire time. So you have the sailing that will take you, the illumination sailing that will take you up the river and back on that first night, and then you will dock back here. Coming down one deck, we head into the dining room. So this is the Sapphire deck and you'll see these amazing floor to ceiling windows. It is so bright and so airy. The food was really lovely. We were first on this ship when it had only just started sailing on the Duoro, and I think there were some issues with provisioning. This time the food was spot on. Same chef, better quality ingredients, better provisioning, a much better dining experience. And there you can see walls of wine. You really are in the most perfect place for drinking wine. The restrooms are here on the port and starboard sides. Sometimes you will embark and disembark from this deck, so there is the kiosk to tap your card, and here you will find filtered water and also an ice machine. Let's take a quick run down the corridor and back. This is where you will find your category A and B cabins here on the Sapphire deck. Now, as we head down to the Indigo deck, you will find the fitness center here. There is a bike, there is also a treadmill there, yoga mats, some adjustable dumbbells, and some TheraBands. There is the elevator that takes you to the 3 passenger decks. And I'm going to take you for a quick run down the corridor and back. If you want to see inside the cabins, you can just click up the top here where I have the cabin tours for you. Now I've brought us back up to the Royal deck. So this is the highest passenger deck on the ship. It is directly below the sky deck, but you don't get any noise from up there. Right at the back of the ship, you have the Club Lounge. It is a really cool place just to watch the world go by. You can get some snacks here. There is cookies, nuts, different flavors of sparkling water, as well as a vast selection of tea and your espresso machine. There is also the ice dispenser. And once again, look at the floor-to-ceiling windows. You really do have the most amazing views and the most amazing vantage point to really capture all of the Duoro River. There is a small library here as well, some games there, but really, who's got time for games on a beautiful sailing? You want to be up on the sky deck watching the most magnificent views. So from the Club Lounge, there is a little sneaky stairwell that is going to take you up to the top deck. It's great that they have some shade here. They also have some meals out here on the top deck. And these seats are super comfortable. There are also some day beds, and yes, I fell asleep out here as well. This is where you will have the lunch set up. And you can get back down to reception and the panorama lounge just via stairs on the left and right hand sides. The swimming pool is heated. It does come up to about mid-thigh depending on how tall you are. So it's not a full swimming pool, you can't do laps, but it is really nice because it got quite hot up the Duoro. So even though it was slightly heated, it was still just really nice to be able to cool off in the pool. The captain on board welcomed visits, which was really lovely. You do have to watch your head though when you come on in. I think you will agree, these views, this river, these hills, it is just the most beautiful and the most peaceful river that I have sailed on. I really think the time is now to sail in the Duoro River before it does become too popular, before it does get overrun with ships. I mean, really, it is such a peaceful and serene experience. I hope you enjoyed my updated ship tour on board Avalon Alegria. Check out some of our other videos here. Thanks so much for watching and happy cruising.